still here. We still have the Beamer. We still ride. Just haven't been uploading a whole lot because I've been extremely busy, which is going to come in a later video. A little life update, where I've been, what I've been up to, all that good stuff. It's coming. And I'm sitting in traffic. Not because I like to, but because I feel like I kind of need to, actually. So obviously we got the Beamer back, and it's fixed, at least for the most part. But I've been leaving my house at rush hour traffic every single day. Well, basically every single day. That way I'm forced to sit in hot traffic with the bike and just testing it out. You know, that was when the bike was giving me issues. It's when we were doing slow rides or group rides, stuff like that, which took us through the city and we had to stop at red lights and all that good stuff. That's when the bike was acting up. So now that I got the bike back, we think we fixed everything. It ended up being the fuel pump. Now that that's all taken care of, I've just been testing the bike out. I've put, like, I don't know, almost 1,000 miles on it, and it's been like the worst 1,000 miles because it's been in traffic, just sweating my ass off, trying to get the bike to act up, but it hasn't. The bike has been running flawlessly. I'm very, very pleased. And the bike is actually going back to the shop on Tuesday, but not for anything bad. It's just getting new tires. And I'm actually switching away from the K3 tires that the bike comes with. I've actually went through, this is actually the first front tire. This is the original front tire, but the rear tire, this will be the third tire on this bike. I've ran 2 K3 tires, and I really like those tires, but I'm upgrading to something a little bit different because apparently the K3 tires are being discontinued. And it's actually Thursday, which typically we're at OCC for bike night, but that's not the case anymore. We're actually, as a Bay Area rider, we host different bike nights and this and that, and we hosted bike night at OCC for a handful of, actually like a year, quite a while actually, and business decisions were made and we decided to do something else, and now we're just going to be spending these nights riding more, checking out other bike nights, and just being more involved in the community, because that's truly what we're here for. You know, we're not here just to do events and this and that. We're out in the community actually riding with these people, you know, with you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing. OCC is still having their bike night, we're just not involved with it. What better place to test out the slow-moving, bike getting hot type of ride than the beach, where it's literally 35 miles an hour. And yeah, I hate riding down here, unless it's on the Grom. The Grom, I love riding the Grom down on the beach, but this bike kind of sucks. We're literally doing 20 miles an hour. Oh, brakes. All right. If the bike doesn't break down doing this type of stuff, then I think we're good. Anyway, that is not why I brought you along for today's test ride. I actually wanted to discuss something that I've fought with this bike since day one, and there appears to be no fix for it. Like literally no fix at all. I've tried a million different things. And it has to do with the Bluetooth system within the dash, within the bike. The bike has this great feature where you can connect your phone and your headset to the bike itself, and then you can control your phone basically through your controls over here, which is fantastic. It sounds great. In theory, it sounds amazing. And while it worked, it was kind of amazing. You could see the music you were listening to, you could change the song, you could do all that stuff from your dash, which was pretty nice actually. Because then I didn't have to have like a phone mount or anything like that. I could have my phone in my pocket, but still control my music, and it was wonderful. But it still kind of sucked. It was not the best. So I disconnected my phone from it completely. I don't even use the Bluetooth on here anymore. Before, I would ride in my dynamic mode, which it would allow you to use your Bluetooth, because in the race pro modes you can't use Bluetooth connectivity. It actually disconnects all of that. I'm assuming for safety reasons or something, I don't know. So I never rode in race pro modes because I always wanted to use my Bluetooth. But then yeah, it got really frustrating, so I just disconnected it altogether, and now I just run my phone directly to my Bluetooth, and I just run it that way. The Bluetooth actually has buttons on it, so you can control your volume and all your other good stuff. If you got a Bluetooth headset, you already know this, but yep, more beach traffic. Now we're doing 0 miles an hour. We're doing good. so the Beamer has been a great bike. It's got a lot of great features that I thoroughly enjoy, including the cruise control, the heated grips. All of that stuff's fantastic. The different riding modes are all amazing. BMW really knocked it out of the park with all of these electronic things, right? And I've always been against electronics because I just felt like it was just another thing to go wrong. But the one thing that BMW included in this bike was the Bluetooth connectivity. And I think that other bikes actually have this as well. Unfortunately, I think that they kind of did a terrible job at it. In fact, that is the one thing that I absolutely hate about this bike. These carbon fiber wheels, I love them. This titanium exhaust, I love that so much. That carbon fiber wheel, love it. Carbon fiber fender, adore it. These colors, they're amazing. These levers, everything, I love all this stuff. What I don't like is what's hidden in there. If you have this bike, you already know kind of how everything works. If you're looking at buying this bike, you don't. So I'm just gonna show you real quick, okay? So over here you've got your Wonder Wheel and you've got your menu button right here, and what that does when you operate these is you can change different things in your dash. You've got all these great things in here, including the My Vehicle, which tells you everything about your bike. I need to put air in the tires. But if you go over to the side, you can see where it says music. I don't know if you can see that, there's a glare, but you can see where there's music, there's telephone, navigation. Those items are in your dash. Mine are grayed out because I do not have anything connected to my bike. So when I first got the bike, I was thrilled. I was able to connect my phone to the bike and the bike to the headset, and I was able to control everything from my dash, and it was super convenient. And I got really good at being able to change my songs or whatever the case is without even looking, because it's muscle memory at that point, you know? So you're not looking at a phone. It's one less distraction that you have to deal with while you're riding. We've already got enough things to deal with when we're riding these things. One less distraction is just is a plus. Now, when I first got the bike, I actually was rocking a very old headset, and I thought that was part of the issue that I was having as far as connectivity to the bike. It was an old Scala Rider Q3 or something like that, and I was using an old Note 10 Plus or something like that. They were both older devices, so I figured that maybe that's why I was having issues connecting to my bike. So then from there, I actually upgraded everything. I got the new Freecom 4 Plus, something crazy, whatever the best one of those things are with a little wheel on the bottom. That thing's great, love it. I also upgraded my phone to the new iPhone 13 Plus Pro Max, Granddaddy, whatever the hell they're calling that thing. So now I've got the best of everything, and the bike still has trouble connecting to it. And I think I know why, but I'm not gonna change any of how I ride or how I do things to fix the issue, because it's not that big of a deal to me. So you've probably seen a lot of people with like a phone mount and their stem sticks out, like a RAM mount or something like that, or the quad lock. Those actually look kind of nice, but I have not put anything like that on this bike. I have a stand for a phone. I've got a holder, but I've decided not to put it on the bike because I actually just put it in my pocket now. And that's the way I've been doing it, just because I feel like the less distractions up here, the better off we are. And God forbid something happens and the bike and I part ways during a ride or whatever the case is, if the phone's in my pocket, it goes with me and I can call for help or whatever I need to do. If I need to call an Uber or whatever, I got the phone on me. If the phone is connected to the bike and the bike goes one way and I go the other way, I'm kind of SOL, because whoever's got my location, they're not gonna know where I'm at because they're gonna be following the bike. There's just so many different things that I've thought about over the years. And in fact, seasoned riders, older riders that have told me that as well, it kind of sank in, you know, it kind of made a lot of sense. So ever since then, I've kept my phone in my pocket. So with that being said, I do not have the phone up here. Now I imagine if I did have the phone mounted up here and it was that close to the screen up here, then I would probably not have any issues with the Bluetooth whatsoever, but I refuse to do that. But even so, look right here, like this is about where my leg would be, I guess, right, with the phone, and it's really not that far, and it still has issues connecting and staying connected. That's the problem. So yeah, long story short, we are not going to be connecting to the bike anymore because it's just too much of a hassle. That's the one thing that I absolutely hate about this bike. I wish that the connection was stronger. I don't understand why. I mean, I can connect to my AirPods from the other side of the house, no problem. This thing, it can't go through a gas tank. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I wish that BMW could do some kind of an update, or if I knew where the actual Bluetooth antenna was on this thing, maybe I could alter it a little bit so that way it would work, but that's just not the case. So I just, you know, I love a lot of things about this bike, I really do. Even though it's been in the shop for like 2 months, everything's good now. That's the one complaint that I have, is just the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth sucks on this thing. So if you're buying it with that in mind, just keep this in mind if that's like one of your big selling points. Other than that, the bike's amazing. And if you shouldn't buy a bike just because it connects to the Bluetooth, honestly. But yeah, other than that, the bike's amazing. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for you guys. I've got some more updates with the bike coming, as well as with the Grom. We're gonna be doing a lot more group rides and stuff like that here shortly with Bay Area riders. You know, that's one of the things that we like to do. So we're gonna have a lot more ride videos coming up. We've got, it's summertime. We're gonna be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So stay tuned. But anyway, until next time.